Yeah, hi there. This is Michael from the 7-Step System to pass the toefl-ibt. These comments are for Zoe. And first of all, thank you for contacting me and for writing me the email. And let's take a look at it. All right, so you say, I visited your website and some of your video lessons on YouTube. They're helpful. Thank you for them. You're welcome. And then you say, I took the toefl-ibt on December 3rd in Ontario, Canada. The total score was 91. So you got 26 on the listening, 25 on the reading. Good job. And then you got 20 on the writing and 22 on the speaking. So you need to improve your writing and speaking scores. So I'd like to ask, how can I start your program? Is it possible to just focus on speaking and writing? If yes, please let me know how the sessions work. So thank you in advance for your time and consideration. Sincerely, Zoe. All right, so let's answer your questions one at a time. Okay, so how do you start with my program? Good question. You want to go to www.BetterToeflScores.com. There, right under the video, there is a link that says subscribe now. That's where you actually make your payment. You create your subscription. Number one. The next question. Actually, one more thing, Zoe. Once you create your subscription, within about 24 hours, I will send you a username, a password, an enrollment key, so you have access to my online TOEFL course. Okay, is it possible to focus on just speaking and writing? Yes, and I do that a lot with a lot of my students. Use what you need to get the score that you need. There's no problem with that. So let me know how the sessions work. So here's how it works. Once you become one of my students, you go to www.stealth.bettertoeflscores.com, right? You enter in your username and your password so you can log into the site. So then you go immediately, what you want to do, Zoe, is go to the speaking and the writing sections and begin studying the lessons. And I recommend every day that you're one of my students, you should do at least one practice test each day, either a speaking or a writing practice test. And each day, once you do the practice test, you will get feedback from us. We will give you a score on the practice test. If it's a speaking one, we will talk to you at the Voxy Pop discussion group. We'll tell you how you're doing in terms of delivery, grammar, language use, and topic development. We'll tell you even what lessons you need to study in my 7-step system to get better. We will repeat the same process with your writing practice test, but instead of talking to you by audio, we will give you some written comments about your essay. Again, you'll get a score, you'll get a general description about the score you received, also with some specific lessons that you can focus on to get better. So that's kind of how it works. So there's not really any sessions. I don't tutor you face-to-face, anything like that. But what you do is you go to my website and you begin studying in step 6 and 7, which is my writing and my speaking areas. And then you start taking practice tests. The more you take, the better you're going to get, because the more feedback you will get from us. We can help you. Now, you probably want to score about 24 points or higher on the writing, right? And most likely you want to score 26 points on the speaking. Am I right? So you want to get started immediately. We can help you and you will reach your score. I just had somebody last month, Zoe. He used my service for about a month. And he just got 113 on the TOEFL, including 27 on the speaking and 28 points on the writing. Now, it might not be exactly the same situation as you. He was already really advanced when he started my service, but he still needed to reach the goals of 26 and 24 on the speaking and the writing area. So I can help you and you will get better. The question is, how long will it take? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Even if you work super hard, you might not be able to reach this goal in 30 days, but I'm confident within about 3 months, you should be able to reach your goal. That of course, depends on how hard you're working. So if you review the lessons that we suggest you review based on the scores you're getting on the writing and the speaking areas, little by little, you will get better. You will. In the meantime, remember, read a lot, read magazines, read newspapers, listen to the radio, make sure that you're regularly using English on a daily basis in terms of your conversational English. This is very, very important. You can do this. So anyway, I really hope you'll become one of my students, and I want to invite you to become one of my students at this point. Now, in addition to the speaking and the writing areas, Zoe, you probably also need to focus on my pronunciation step, which is step 2. So once you become one of my students, I highly encourage you to take my pronunciation pretest. That way you can have an idea about what types of pronunciation problems you're having right now, and we also will give you recommended lessons on what to study to help you improve in those areas. Alrighty? Thank you again for contacting me, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.